Good morning, people watching at home on TV. Yes, I am talking to you, specifically you. Welcome to our Musikfest live preview show here at Camp SEN under the bridge at Wells Fargo Festplatz. Live, of course, at Musikfest 2022. I am your host, Jon Lunger. We are talking all things Musikfest. Of course, the festival picks back up today at noon for another day of festing. We're at the halfway point of the festival. Believe it or not, you blink and you're going to miss it, so make sure you get down to the fest. And if you don't, make sure you keep the dial right here on Service Electric, your exclusive home for Musikfest coverage, of course. But I'm thrilled to be joined by Teresa and Patrick from the band Lone Tree. This morning, we're starting off the festival before it even begins with an amazing performance. But before we do, Teresa, Patrick, thanks so much for finding the time. I know you got into town yesterday. You got a show this afternoon. We really appreciate you hopping on the show this morning.
Thank you for having us.
So, first time at the festival, right?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about the history of the band, maybe about the name change and kind of all of the things that we can expect from Lone Tree today.
Okay.
Well, I guess we started off like 6 years ago. We're based out in Nairobi, Kenya, so we're a long ways away. But yeah, we're just kind of a Nairobi-based rock and roll band that kind of changed our name just a couple years ago from Refuge to Lone Tree, and that signifies a lot of things, but it mainly signifies, the road we're from and our place of being. So, yeah.
Very, very cool. And Teresa, for those that are unfamiliar with the band, that are coming out to check you out, what can they expect from the set today?
I think today we're gonna try and express to you guys everything that we've bottled up throughout the years, and we just want to show you our full potential because we have a lot to show. So it's the first time we've been at a festival in a long time, so we're super excited, and we hope that you guys will just feel exactly what we're feeling in that moment.
Well, we are super excited to have you and can't wait to see the set this afternoon at 3:30. Of course, download that free Musikfest app powered by PNC. Check out Lone Tree on there. Schedule it so you don't miss it. You're not going to want to miss the set. But what's the song you're going to do for us this morning?
Okay, so we're going to play a song called Numb. It was written not that long ago, and it's not out, but it will be out soon. So please check it out when it is out.
Oh, fantastic. A little preview of unreleased stuff. A little acoustic performance for us, Teresa and Patrick from Lone Tree. And the song is called Numb?
Yes, it's called Numb.
Fantastic. Well, take it away.
Okay. I see your face one more time. I know that it's mine. Tell me what you're gonna do when I step one line too few. Picture on your wall is nice, but you know one day you'll be mine. Picture on your wall is nice, but you know
Teresa and Patrick from Lone Tree. The song is called Numb. An exclusive sneak peek. It's not been released yet, so you heard it first here on Service Electric. That was incredible. Thank you so much for doing that this early in the morning on live TV. We appreciate it so much. So very, very much. So for those want to learn more about the band, do you have a website? Do you have social media?
You can find us on all platforms, Lone Tree Band for the most part, and our website is lonetree.com. So yeah.
And
Ooh.
don't forget, we've released an EP really recently on Spotify, so please go check that out. It's also Lone Tree, so check that out.
Yes, check them out on
It's called
basically
Refuge.
Refuge, fantastic. Check them out on Spotify. Check them out on everything. Give them a follow, but most importantly, make sure you get down to Musikfest today. Lone Tree will be playing at 3:30. You're not gonna want to miss it. Thank you again so much.
Thank you for having us.
We are thrilled to have you make your Musikfest debut today. Technically on our stage right here. So thank you so much, and thank all of you for tuning in. We've got so much more here on our live preview show to get you ready for today at Musikfest. So do not go anywhere. We're back in just a few seconds, live under the bridge at Camp SEN at Musikfest. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon. Welcome back, happy campers. We are, of course, broadcasting live from Camp SEN under the bridge at Wells Fargo Festplatz. It's your exclusive home for live Musikfest coverage here on Service Electric. You already knew that, but we are tackling all things Fest as we march towards the noon kickoff for today's festivities here at Musikfest. Of course, I'm Jon Lunger, joined by my new friend, Paul Anthony from the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 375. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well, John. Thank you.
Paul and I were talking, we are going to put in a formal petition for us to host this show together from now on, and we're just going to call it Two Tall Bald Guys Sweating. It's not been greenlit yet, so I don't know if Service Electric is going to let us do it or not. But certainly a little toasty here at Musikfest, but it's not going to put a damper on the spirits today, for sure.
Absolutely not. You know, blue sky and heat, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's August, right?
Yes, it is August.
It's summertime
Right.
in summer, which, hey, we'll take appropriate weather, right? Yeah, but Paul, let's talk about IBEW. Y'all have been supporting the festival for more years than I can remember, possibly because I haven't had enough coffee yet today. But I think it just goes to show it takes an entire community to make the festival happen.
It does, and the reason that we do sponsor Musikfest is it is a community event. 375 is involved in the community, whether it's coaching sports, youth programs, scouting, whatever it is. We're heavily involved in the community. Also with the business side we need to lift businesses up here in Bethel.
Yeah, and obviously you help power the festival. It's a bad pun. It is a terrible pun, and then for that I apologize. But it's true. A lot of people don't think about we have stages in the middle of parking lots and fields, and we have to do that safely, and part of that is working with y'all to make sure that we can actually power the festival.
Right. Now, we appreciate that. We have our contractors that are responsible, and we work with them. I also represent Service Electric technicians, installers, and construction guys.
Now we know how he got on the show this morning. Yeah, that's awesome, though. That is awesome.
But that's how everything comes together.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you don't think about how things come together. When they come together, it's just kind of awesome. It just happens.
Yeah, and I think it's fantastic. It is so cool that you guys are supporting on the level now that you have a plots named after you. Yeah, it's IBEW Local 375 Leader Plots up at the Sun Inn, because that's how committed and invested you are to the festival, and we love you for it.
Thank you very much. We appreciate all the support. Thank you.
So let's dive into some of the nitty-gritty. Let's get into the important stuff. What's your go-to at festival food-wise? When you come down to Musikfest, what are you going to cram down your gullet?
Well, my wife is watching, so I hit the salad first.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Musikfest famous for its accessibility to salads across the entire festival grounds.
The fruit bowl and then water. I hydrate with water.
Well, water is super important. Our friends at Barta, Coca-Cola of the Lehigh Valley, have helped us out. Obviously, you can get Dasani everywhere across the festival. I'm super pumped this year. Not everybody around me is, but we have AHA seltzers here, which are incredible, thanks to our friends at Coke. So I've been pounding those.
Right, but
and-
I'm a little old school. My kids are more into seltzers, but I'm more into the beer and all of that.
Oh,
so.
you know what? Nothing wrong with that
Yeah.
too. Of course, our friends DG Yingling and Son, the official
Right.
beer of the festival
They are.
too. Yeah. So where are you gonna park to see some music? That's the next question.
So, actually, the quick story. Well, not quick story. Is my daughter's getting married New Year's Eve.
Congratulations.
Her reception is going to be at ArtsQuest.
Okay.
Her band is playing here Thursday night at 5:30.
Okay.
So family's going to be down here Thursday 5:30 with the tent behind us.
Like a wedding preview.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Can you do a rehearsal dinner 6 months in advance, or is that too early?
I just had my knee fixed, so I really can't dance right now. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I'll just do a little hand tap.
You're
tapping.
making me feel bad for making you walk up all these stairs and
That's
stand
all
up
right.
here with me today.
That's all right.
Well, you're moving around great.
I am. Thank you.
Shout out to Paul's knee surgeon if you're watching, which I assume, of course, you are.
Yeah.
Good work.
No, they did. It was local, and they do a great job. It was awesome.
Awesome. Do you have any like secret pro tips for like coming to the festival? Like when you come down, is there any like must do thing or like special place that you have to go?
All right. So my special place is obviously Steel Stacks
Yeah.
with Bethlehem Steel.
Yeah.
My generations before me worked there, my grandfathers and uncles. So when I go down there and I look there, I can imagine them. They were electricians,
That's
climbing on the
wonderful.
steel stacks, working there. And here I am at a fest having a beer, listening to music. Kind
Yeah.
of curious what my grandfather would think.
It is wild, right? Like
It is.
in my family too. Like so many people are in the Lehigh Valley because of Bethlehem Steel, and I
Absolutely.
have my uncle and my grandfather, my mother actually,
Yeah.
all worked at Bethlehem Steel. And you're right, it's so wild. The other night we saw Baja Men at the base of the blast furnaces doing "Who Let the Dogs Out." They were incredible. You would think it's "Who Let the Dogs Out." No, they put on one of the best shows I've ever seen at the base of the blast
Right,
furnaces,
right.
and it's just a surreal experience. And to think about how far the city has come from 100 years of rich, important industrial and manufacturing history to the creative class that you see today, and obviously healthcare being so important. It's just such a cool transformation, and
It is.
to bring it back to what we started talking about, it's the spirit of this community and the people,
Absolutely.
the unions and the workers and the residents. The fact that we all come together for this insane festival. My friend Mike Mittman's down there. I think he said there were like 60,000 people right behind him the other night. It's crazy that we get to do this.
John, I don't see anybody behind us.
Yeah, no, we're not Mike.
Okay.
We don't command the same audience.
We
that Mike
might be
does.
sweating on them.
It's possible, yeah. Not going well for our first run of two tall, sweaty guys. I don't know.
I think you're a little bit ahead.
I don't. Well, I got a lot up there, but yeah, I don't know that the show is really bringing the people what they want
Right,
from
right,
that.
yeah,
we
it's
might
not.
have to pivot and come
Okay.
up with another show.
Sure.
But Paul, again, thank you so much, and please send our love and appreciation back to everybody at IBEW Local 375.
I absolutely will, and thank you for having me on. I deeply
Absolutely.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. All you stick around, and hey, you heard it here first. You can join him at his daughter's wedding rehearsal dinner at
Thursday.
Festplatz on Thursday for Renaissance Orchestra, right? I think.
Yes.
Oh man, Dad's not that far into the wedding
Yeah,
planning.
I know. Right. Well, Dad, be there Thursday 5:30. That's all I'm told.
You know what? That's half the battle.
That is
half the battle. Well, speaking of sticking around and being places, we're going to stick around here, but we do have to take a short break. Don't go anywhere, because my next guest probably has the most inside information about Musikfest than anybody we're going to talk to this entire festival. Don't go around. Kassie Hilgert, President and CEO of ArtsQuest, is up next with just how the festival's going, all of that great stuff. You're not going to want to miss it, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a minute here at Camp SEN. Oh, hello there, friends. Welcome back. Hi, duckies. How are you, little duckies? Are you here for Musikfest? I think the Ducks are coming to Festplatz to check out everything that we've got in store. Of course, we're live down here at Camp SEN under the bridge at Wells Fargo Festplatz, talking all things Musikfest. The fest about to kick off in earnest in a few moments. 12 o'clock noon, the official start. But right now, I am joined by my friend, technically my boss, Kassie Hilgert, President and CEO of ArtsQuest. Kassie, how did you find time to be here?
John, are you kidding? We love our friends at Camp SEN, by the
Yeah.
way. I usually buy shorts with so many pockets, but I didn't need to this year. But I find time because this is right before we kick off. Best time to walk around the festival, talk to all the volunteers, sponsors. we're all excited and ready to kick off Tuesday here at Musikfest.
I think you are the person that has their pulse on all of the fest goers better than anybody, because you put more miles on those shoes. You are talking to everybody. So what's the word on the street? What are the big hits so far?
So I got a new phrase from somebody this week because we were talking about the heat.
Yeah.
If it's not raining, we're not complaining. So everybody's excited about coming out. The crowds have been wonderful. Saturday night was crazy. Even last night, Monday night, was really fantastic. So lots of good excitement and energy.
Yeah, certainly it is on the steamier side, but it's August in Bethlehem. We're used to sweating for our festival. The important part is just to do it responsibly. You find the shade, you hydrate throughout the day. We shared a tip on social media the other day. It's one of my life hacks for surviving the heat, right? So it's called Second Lemonade, okay? So behind me, you can actually see the lemonade stand. It's bad. I got to do it backwards. There it is.
Got it.
I'm not good at pointing. This is why they don't let me do the weather, right? So you get a lemonade. You pound half of it right away,
yeah. Yep.
right? You get a Dasani from a Coke booth. You
Cut
pour
it.
you pour the water in. Second lemonade. You've now hydrated probably a family of 4. Very
I did that
efficiently.
twice yesterday.
Yeah?
That was spectacular. I love that hack. I was following it. It was good. That and the second pair of socks is everything at
Wait,
Musikfest.
second pair of socks?
You got to bring second pair of
I don't-
socks.
Okay.
If you change like midday, like you think your feet aren't tired,
Right.
when you change your socks, your feet are like, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, second pair of socks, throw them in a little fanny pack, you're good to go.
I like that. And as I have gotten significantly older this year, past a milestone, people gave me some tips for festing after I'm over the hill, apparently. But I gotta say, as much as that hurt my ego, it's been amazingly helpful. A lot of people don't think about it. Do 5 minutes of stretching before you come to Musikfest.
Wow.
All the difference in the world.
You managed to get in, again, you're younger than me, so you brought in the age joke, so I appreciate that, but John is absolutely right. Stretching a little bit, staying hydrated, walking around. You don't think it, but walking around actually energizes you. Plus, why wouldn't you? Because we've got some amazing acts that are here today and every day.
It's true. And this next message is for ArtsQuest Human Resources, specifically and only ArtsQuest HR. I want it on the record that Kassie brought that up herself. I was only talking about myself, so just let's get that out there too.
It's on film.
It is on film. We'll have to run the tape back after this.
Look at that, an age joke again.
Yeah, look
Film
at
and
that.
tape. Okay, here we go.
Oh boy, off to a good start. And it's tradition after these segments I do with you, I always wonder, am I still employed? So it's great to have that happen again this year as well. But curious, we are about halfway through the festival now. We've got half to go. And there's still some amazing headline entertainment coming to the Wind Creek Steel Stage at PNC Plaza. And I know tickets are actually available for all of these shows still that you can get online. I know tonight is Ziggy Marley, but what are you looking forward to the most on the back end here?
Well, Ziggy Marley. So you just kind of hit it. I mean, the fact that he's doing a live tribute to his father is fantastic. Look, today, if you just look on the Musikfest app powered by PNC, we just saw Lone Tree, you've got Blair Crimmins and the Hookers, we got Scythian, we got JJ Gray and Mofro. This is a solid lineup for a Tuesday.
Yeah.
But, honestly, what I look forward to the most, and I know it may sound a little corny, but walking around, talking to the 400 volunteers on site today, the sponsors, the staff, the city personnel that literally help us build a city within a city. To me, the energy that comes together to put this on is as good as any headliner.
And, let's just call each other old at this point, right?
Oh,
we've
we're
been
there.
doing this for a few years now. And every year I'm still amazed. I learned so much about this festival. This is my 18th festival behind the scenes. Yesterday, I had a volunteer who recently retired from volunteering because of some health issues. He used to do food and beverage tickets, and he was telling me all sorts of things I had no idea about. And it's just so cool to hear these stories about these volunteers who have been literally making this happen for almost 40 years now.
We've got, 11 or 12 volunteers that have done this for 39 years.
Yeah.
That's so special, but what I love watching with the volunteers is the ones that have been here a while put their arms right around the ones that are doing their first year, and they show them the ropes, they make them part of the family, and then you watch throughout the rest of the year outside of Musikfest, they're still getting together. They're helping each other get to doctor's appointments. They're going to each other's family picnics. It becomes a real solid social circle.
Yeah, family is the right word. I mean, the hugs, the greetings. These people know me better than I know myself.
Yes.
I feel like we were walking around the fest, they're like, John, you really need to eat something right now. I mean, in their defense, that's pretty much true at all times.
All times.
All times, but yeah. Hey, speaking of food, what's your surprise food hit of the fest so far?
All right, so surprise food hit is the alligator sausage.
Yes, so
Really
good.
spectacular, but I'm going to tell you, a holdover from my last year favorite is Cubano Express.
Yes.
That is a solid sandwich. You time that right, you're done with breakfast the next morning. Like, you're all good. So
Yeah.
I love going there.
It's great. One of my all-time favorite festival foods. It is my favorite festival sandwich. I stopped by to talk to them yesterday. They have a new item this year. They're super pumped about it. It's their Cubano BLT with pulled pork on it. You gotta get it. You gotta get to T-Mobile Plaza Tropical and check out Cubano Express and Big Will in the Warden, where you can get the alligator sausage.
Plus, you got to talk to that guy.
Yeah.
He is so much fun to talk to, and he is going to sit there with you for an hour.
Yes.
That's where you get the flavor of the festival. It's not just the food, but the people behind it, and that's why supporting these small businesses is so important when you bring those personalities in.
Right, and they came up from New Orleans, Louisiana, bringing legit Creole food from the alligator sausage, which, it's a bit of a spectacle. It's great, though.
But it's like you walk around. It is festival food. It is on your hand.
Yeah.
You are all good. So it's like, oh shucks, completely transportable.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. On the south side, though, have you heard about the completely portable dessert I've been hyping up?
I may have had it twice.
Yeah. So at the marketplace on the town square, our friends at Levy are cooking up bombollones, which are authentic Italian recipe for donuts that they then cut in half and put a scoop of your choice of a flavor of gelato in the middle. They put it in a sleeve. They put caramel on top. You walk around. It's a little messy. It's cold. It's soft. It's gooey. It's sinful. It's the perfect.
It's the perfect dessert, and I
Perfect
try to
dessert.
fiend like a little area where no one can see me eat because it's not pretty, but it is absolutely delicious. You're totally right on that one.
Let me give you a fun tip. As someone who eats his body mass in weight every year, just stop caring what people think when you're eating. Just eat in front of people. It's
Fair enough.
fine. It's Musikfest.
It's a festival.
My God. Oh, here we got to look at that thing. The bombolone, the gelato donut, if you don't want to try to butcher the Italian pronunciation like I have. This thing's incredible. Cannot recommend it enough. And in fact, maybe I'll go over there and get one in a couple seconds, because we're out of time, because Musikfest is about to start.
We got 11:59. Let's go. Let's
Yes.
roll with this, Bethlehem.
Thank you so much for tuning into our live preview show. As always, Service Electric is your exclusive home for live Musikfest coverage. Check out campsentv.com to find out all of the fun and games that we're doing down here. Stop by, get autographs, check it all out, see the broadcast schedule. You know what to do. campsentv.com. That's it.
Be sure you watch Camp SEN. Thank you for being here for 39 years. You guys are the best.
Amazing. Take care, everybody. We will see you down at the fest.